So apparently Donald Trump is planning on cutting back Section 8, I believe, by $33 billion a year. And I'm pretty sure they're going to increase it. But this is a W for the black community. This is great for us. This is great for everybody across the board. This is what's going to help put the black community back together again, because feminism, abortion, and Section 8 really was strategically used to dissect and destroy the black community, destroy the black household. If you don't know who Margaret Sanger is, go look her up. She literally said that she created abortion to get rid of poor people, poor white people, and all the other minorities, including black people, Asians, and any other group outside of the elite white rich people. That's what Margaret Sanger created abortions for, or Planned Parenthood. This is also going to stop these women from being out here in the streets, having all these out of wedlock children. Because if you don't have daddy government to help you out when you out here being irresponsible, it's going to be harder on you, not only just you, your children. So women are going to think more strategically, and they're going to also pick better partners who they know they're going to be responsible, and maybe think about the needs of the family and the collective of the whole, rather than the needs of themselves and what they want and what they're attracted to. Because attraction doesn't raise the family. Attraction don't pay the bills. Attraction don't give you that stability. I know a lot of females got pregnant by guys that they were attracted to and guys that was funny and all of this other nonsense, but the guy was useless when it came to being a provider, useless as a father. Especially the black children, they should be happy, because black children are honestly the ones who have been suffering the most. Black children growing up in these impoverished environments due to the fact that, let's be real, a lot of our people have gotten comfortable making the bare minimum. A lot of our people have gotten comfortable sitting on a butt just as long as the bills are getting paid. Not really caring about the kind of schools that they sending their kids to. Not really caring about the neighborhood or even the influences of the people that are around their children. Not caring about having access to resources to help their children compete. This is going to help children tremendously. This is really going to put the glue back together in a black family. And maybe people not going to be so prideful to think, well, I don't need help from nobody. I don't need nobody. Because growing up in a black community, you always think to yourself like, look, man, when I get older and I become an independent adult, I'm going to do everything my way, and I'm going to be alone, and people are going to have to do this and that, and people going to have to give me all this respect and yada, 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 and I ain't got to be around my family. Like, it seemed like when you living with your parents as a black child and you feel like you being in prison, you can't wait to leave at 18. Especially if you're in a toxic household. Especially when you got one of them parents that won't allow you to save up anything. Like, they make it hard for you to leave the house. Won't be like that no more. Because now y'all going to be responsible for investing in each other. And if your parents don't invest in you, you won't be able to help contribute to what y'all are trying to do and what y'all trying to build. And fathers are definitely going to have to be more responsible with the kind of women that they have sex with. We just got to be more responsible across the board. I'm monetized on TikTok now. I post on there a lot. And I was posting this video on my TikTok and my Instagram. This guy jumped in my DMs. And he was telling me, oh, well, we need those Section 8 programs and yada, yada, yada. And I was saying, look, bro, we don't need those programs. If we just work together and we put our resources together, those programs would be irrelevant. Black people, I believe, we only circulate the black dollar in our community for, I think, 3 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong. In every other group of people, they circulate money into their community. It'll take at least a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month. If you're an Asian person. That's why they are able to accumulate consistent wealth and keep up with inflation. But black people, the wealth gap is getting bigger. With black people, the wealth gap is getting larger with every demographic of people. And that's a shame to say due to the fact that we one of the hardest working group of people in this country. Black people work harder than anybody else. But the problem is what we choose to do with our money. We have $1.3 trillion worth of spending power every year, and we waste it. If you put foundational black Americans well together, we'd probably be maybe the 6th or 7th most powerful country independently. But the problem is we don't have that kind of focus. And we also have all of these distractions. And this brother hopped in my DM talking about how we need these Section 8 programs. After telling him that we didn't need it, it seemed as if he was just okay with being content and living through his circumstances. Like, this dude was telling me his house burned down. I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. But what, do you just plan on staying on Section 8 for the rest of your life just because your house burned down? And this dude was persistent in telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about and I ain't never been through what he been through. I'm like, bro, you don't know me. I've eaten out of trash before, bro. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, not because I was content, but because at the time I was working, I just genuinely had no money. So when I was working at a restaurant, when people didn't finish their food, whatever food they didn't touch, I used to eat it. I used to bring to my dog. Like, I was legitimately sleeping outside next to a bank with a bag of clothes, working 2 jobs. So don't tell me that I don't know shit and I ain't been through the struggle, because I've been through that. But now I make 6 figures now. I got an investment portfolio. I got a Roth IRA account. I don't got no kids. I'm not in debt. I'm doing pretty good. I just bought a Corvette. I'm about to go buy another one. So what I've been through is shaped me to become a better man. I could have blamed my parents. It's a lot of people I could have blamed. Don't get me wrong. It's irritating when you grow up as a young black person and you have like no resources or anything like that, and you get frustrated with your parents because you're like, yo, why the fuck would you have me when y'all weren't prepared for me? Y'all basically just put me out here to dry and I got to do everything on my own. I'm not sitting here to blame you. I'm not sitting here trying to blame you for it, because my parents had 3 children by the time they were 18, and I try to tell my siblings, like, look, you got to give our parents some grace. They had 3 kids by the time they was 18. Yeah, they're responsible for us, but you got to understand how much a responsibility that is for teenagers. They were married with 3 children by the time they were 18. If somebody gave me 3 kids right now, I don't know what I would do, and I'm 32 years old. But that does not excuse the fact that they did put us in these circumstances, and we kind of like, you can't pick your circumstances, you can't pick your parents, but you can choose what you decide to do about it. You can choose how you decide to maneuver. And me, I think this is going to be great. This is going to bring the family structure back together again. This is going to force black people to buy black and circulate resources in our community. This is going to force black people to be more responsible with the kind of children they reproduce. And this is going to put children in a position where their parents will have to be more responsible and putting them in advantageous positions. That way they have access to resources to compete. This is a great thing. I hope Trump cut back all that shit. And you know what this will do? This will stop a lot of these women from being masculine. This will stop a lot of them from being masculine, feeling like, I don't need no man. My food stamps and all this, that, and the third come. Now, mind you, they should still remain giving food stamps to the disabled and the people that need it, like the elderly. But other than that, if you're an able-bodied worker that's not working, you should be out here working and getting in where you fit in, just like everybody else. And this is going to force a lot of more black men to go to trade school. Like, if you want your money right, man, we need black men to be doctors. We need construction workers. We need engineers. We need electricians. We need HVAC and plumbing. We need more black men to know how to use firearms. We need more black men to know how to plant food and grow food. We need more black people in those types of spaces. That way we can teach each other and grow and trade as individuals, and we can work together, and we don't have to be so codependent. But anyways, if you like this video, please let me know. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I got more videos coming, and we out.